Hello and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Morgbe.
And I am Taya Salam. Many thanks for joining us again.
All right, on the morning show this morning, it's all about Rohr, because just yesterday there were news that he has been fired. But Nigerian Football Federation has come out to say that Rohr is still in charge of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But then they're looking at the technical reports that were submitted Tuesday now to decide his fate.
So a lot of the stories are coming out yesterday. Those reports have turned out to be premature. The story is, or the real story is that Rohr is still in charge of the Nigerian senior men's national team. But one thing is certain, his future is being considered by the Nigeria Football Federation. Also on the program this time around, let's go to tennis, the ATP finals in Turin, where it's still Daniil Medvedev maintaining a perfect record in group stage play. He's already advanced into the semifinals. He's just waiting for his opponents later today.
Also on the program, move straight to the NBA, where Steph Curry dropped 40 points. Okay.
Ouch. What
the Golden State Warriors maintaining their good record to the start of the season, and it was a 104-89 victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Wow. Wow. Red hot Curry. Celia, I don't know how much you like hot curry, but this guy right now, you can't help but like what he's doing
just
in the NBA.
Not just like taking it off higher.
All right,
loving
indeed.
Steph Curry this season, because this guy is not just about the scoring; it's about the numbers of 3-pointers he makes in every game. It's ridiculous. I mean, no one is even close to that. Yes, we're starting with him this morning, but before we talk about Steph Curry and the game against the Cavs, we'll quickly take a look at all the results that went down early hours of today.
Indeed, just the 6 games played in the NBA this morning. We have all of the results for you, starting with the Warriors and the Cavs, of course. The Warriors are winning that game 104-89. We'll come back to it because it's a feature match, and it's because, once again, Steph Curry did amazing things in that particular game. Elsewhere, the Wizards were on the losing side. They lost against the Miami Heat 112-97. LA Clippers as well too lost again. This time around it was against the Memphis Grizzlies 120-108. San Antonio Spurs as well lost. They lost against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns playing an instrumental role in that particular victory for Minnesota. The 76ers bounced back to winning ways against the Denver Nuggets somewhat surprisingly, 103-89. And last but not the least, the Raptors, they're still in a rut. They lost against the Utah Jazz 103-19. And just before we came in the studio, Cecilia, I saw breaking news coming from the Raptors camp. Cecilia,
the news coming from
Raptors camp
is the fact that, well, Anunoby will be out indefinitely.
OG Anunoby. So that's another problem for the Toronto Raptors. We already know Precious Achiuwa is out as well. So Pascal Siakam is still trying to find his way back to fitness, and they've been in the rut, and it looks like they're in some trouble right there. They will need to show a lot of character to recover from their present situation and predicament. So that's it for the NBA. All of the results are played this morning, and let's focus on the Warriors and the Cavs, where it was once again the Steph Curry show. We've seen it for the umpteenth time this season, and it's not just stopping. It feels like we're in a time machine watching this guy and the Golden State Warriors play again. Against the Cavs, they were down 13 points, you know, at a stage, and Steph Curry decided to just put the team on his back and said, we're not going to lose this game. And what did he do? It
goes on 20 points in the final. It
goes on to outscore the Cavs 20-8 in the fourth quarter. Who does that? Steph Curry. Easy answer. Cecilia, how do you outscore a whole team by 22?
That's what he does. I mean, before it's incredible to know that at third quarter, he just had 20 points. And then the final quarter, he had all the 20. I mean, when you talk about players who wants to make the team win, that's what I was talking about, Russell Westbrook and AD, that look, if LeBron is not there, you expect these top players to step up. But that's usually Steph Curry every time he's on court. I mean, how do you even... the fact that, you know, he did that with a left hip contusion, because that was the story that he's a doubt for the game
Exactly.
against the Cavs just a few hours before the game.
Yeah.
And then he stepped on court and he dropped 40. And you're like, is he human at all?
No, it's not human. Sensational performance from Steph Curry. Made 8 of 12 shots, including 4 of 7 3-pointers in the final period to help Golden State outscore the Cavs 36-8. Out of that 36, Steph Curry scored 20. And also, like Cecilia said, just before the game, Steph Curry appeared on the injury reports, and we weren't too sure if he's going to play. Then he actually goes on to play and does this incredible numbers. I don't know what more we can say about this guy.
From the field
Incredible.
In that final quarter.
Incredible.
Dropping 9 3-pointers.
Incredible.
I mean, that's the second time he's doing that. The last time he dropped 3 points just in that last game, we had 35 points, right? And all of them is 35th overall. Okay.
Curry finished in this game, finished with 15 points of 29 from the field, 9 of 16 from beyond the arc, and 1 of 1 from the foul through all line. It's all about Steph Curry on the show this morning, because what he's doing has never been done before, never been seen before. And of course, take a bow wherever you are, Steph Curry. We're going to take a listen to his post-game thoughts, how he was able to do those incredible numbers against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'm not thinking about anything. It's just a good energy, because not only are you feeling good making shots, but you find yourself always in the right position, making the right cut, somebody's making the right screen. And even if I'm not the one taking the shot, then there's something else, good happening on the back end of the play. So it's nice that the first one went in, because we were about to run a play and they had a breakdown. I turned around, I had a space. And that's one that's like, you're open, so you got to take it and make it. Then they start to kind of overcompensate a little bit. So you get a couple back cuts, you get a couple overreactions, but you got to make shots, obviously. So again, it was because of the flow. Like we can go shot for shot, and it becomes a lot harder because you're still not getting stops. But we were able to do both, and that's why we have a 36-8 quarter. It's kind of crazy.
Red hot Steph Curry, another 40-point performance from the former most valuable player in the NBA. Just to situate things properly, let you know how this guy is just amazing. He's made at least 9 3-pointers in a game 38 times. And the closest to him right now is James Harden and Damian Lillard
off this season.
9.
And both players are off this season so far. Okay.
I don't care whether they're off or not. The issue is how one guy's got 38 and the others have got just 9. And they're the closest. It's just a massive gulf in class when it comes to shooting the 3-ball. And Steph Curry is undisputedly the most or the best three-point shooter of all time. I don't think there's any arguments about that.
The best shooter,
I've known this all along for the past 6-5 years now. This is just another stamp, cementing his legacy as the best shooter in the NBA.
I'm sure Tyre wants to have a Curry show, but
I don't mind. At this stage, I don't mind, Cecilia, but we got to move on.
Let's take a look at the top performance from the Nets. Of course, Steph Curry is part of those top performers on the night. You still seeing pictures from that game against Cavs.
They don't want to leave Steph Curry as well. You see what I'm talking about?
Even the director is actually enjoying him. Okay. Bradley Beal, of course, had 30 on the night, 6 rebounds and 5 assists to lead his team.
Yeah, that was a loss, unfortunately, for the Washington Wizards against the Miami Heat. Elsewhere, Jimmy Butler is back and still scoring. The other time was a triple-double. This time around for Miami, it was 32, 3 and 5 in their victory over the Washington Wizards. Let's move on quickly to our next guy, Nicola Yokitch. Unfortunately, ended up on the losing side as well, to 30, 10 and 7 for the Denver Nuggets in their loss against the 76ers. Last but not the least, it's Steph Curry, but not that guy you're saying is supposed to be Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
We all know what he looks like.
The babyface assassin.
40 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Steph Curry is still shooting 41.9% from beyond the arc.
Okay, that's
this
enough.
season.
So we're leaving the NBA right now.
I can go on and on, but let's leave it just for now. I know we'll be back on Steph Curry on Monday, definitely.
Obviously. It's going to have some massive performance again. So moving on to tennis court, the ATP finals are taking place. Daniil Medvedev, of course, he's having a perfect record so far. He hasn't lost a game, this group.
Yeah.
Okay, there you have it.
Okay.
They brought back Steph Curry. I said the director is in love with him this morning, right?
Talk about wherever you, Steph. All right, let's go now to tennis.
Formula One.
Yeah, Formula One. What's happening in Formula One?
Yeah, I think the drama that happened in Sao Paulo is still on because the drivers are not just moving away from that.
I mean, to move forward, you got to reflect
and check what happened in the last one and see how you can move forward to next one. Because this weekend is the Qatar Grand Prix, where Hamilton or maybe Max Verstappen will be looking forward to how they can actually cement everything. But at the end of the day, these guys have been talking about what happened in Sao Paulo. Let's take a listen to what they had to say concerning that, especially Max Verstappen talking about that turning he had against Lewis Hamilton, where F1 are still looking at it to see if maybe he might just be deducted at some point or something like that. I don't know.
So harsh. I hope that's not the case. You don't want points taken out of a driver's tally at the stage of the season. It was a very exciting Sao Paulo GP won by Lewis Hamilton from 10th on the grid. Remarkable race. Of course, it's still very excited with the way in which he was able to come back to win that race. Of course, he's looking ahead to the Qatar GP as well to this weekend. Let's take a listen now to Lewis Hamilton and his main title challenger rival, Max Verstappen.
No, it was a good weekend. No, it was a difficult day. It was just such a difficult weekend. And just a lot of emotions, but we got there. We didn't give up. We stayed united as a team, and we got the result that we dreamed of. Well, some weekends it's good, some weekends it's not, and we've not been here before, so we, like everyone, not really knowing what to expect. Just hopeful that the car feels like it did last week. I think we learned some things about where to put the car, and I hope that applies here, but it might not.
No, I didn't need to look at the footage because I was driving the car, so I know exactly what happened. Yeah, like I said last time out, I thought it was a great battle, and I had a lot of fun as well out there. And at the end of the day, they won the race. Fair enough, they were faster than us, but I thought it was a good battle.
Yes, it was a good battle indeed. Ended up with Lewis number 1 and Max Verstappen number 2. The title, the points are between the two rivals is now down to just 14. And you have to say with 3 races to go, the championship for Formula One is still very, very much open. And a lot's going to happen in Qatar. We'll see if Lewis manages to close the gap further or Max extends it. We'll see.
I mean, I love the fact that, he said he didn't do anything wrong in that Sao Paulo Grand Prix, but we'll wait for the verdict later today.
So Cecilia, I thought it was, for me as well, too, I thought it was great.
A smart race.
Yeah, I thought it was great, hard defense from Max Verstappen.
I think if you had over the track a bit.
This is not kindergarten. Like I said, he had to race, and I thought he did that.
But there are rules, so you don't have to.
Bordering on being illegal, and that's why they're having a look at it again. I never said there's no rules.
Let's see what's going to happen.
There is a reason why after that race, nothing happened. But now new footage, new stuff. Now they're not trying to look to and see whether he's done anything wrong. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. It would be very, very harsh to penalize Max Verstappen for that fantastic move, defense on Lewis Hamilton. And by the way, it didn't even matter at the end of it all because Lewis Hamilton found a way to overtake and won the race again. So what are we still talking about?
Then there's no need, right? Okay, we need to go on a break. When we come back, we'll be talking about, the esports championship, right? Esports, and also the drama concerning the Super Eagles coach, Rohr, and also so many things on sport this morning. Welcome back. You can talk to us on, you can send us an email concerning the story on Coach Rohr. I mean, there are stories everywhere. It broke out, kind of, how do I put it, a headliner late afternoon that he's been fired. But then NFF came out to say that, look, they're still reviewing the technical report that was submitted after the game against Cape Verde. So send us your thoughts concerning that, because it seems that Rohr will know his face next week. And not only that, the fact that papers everywhere are crying that he has refused to resign, NFF actually asked him to resign. These are all rumors. But then, coming from NFF, they said they are reviewing the reports that was submitted. So send us your email to sportthismorning@channelstv.com. We'll try as much as possible to read all your messages on the program. If we can't finish them today, don't worry. On Monday, we will continue to read them. Yes, we have a guest in the studio. Jide Olaniran is joining us this Friday. Good morning.
Good morning, Cecilia and Tayo.
Yeah,
it's great to be back. Yeah, thank you very much.
There's a lot to talk about.
Well, much to talk about.
Very topical issue on General's future.
Okay.
But we're going to leave it for a few seconds.
Right? And then also there's Austin Okonakman in London also joining us this morning. Austin, how you doing?
All the greetings, Cecilia and Tayo, and of course Jide and our viewers all over the world. It's good to be on the show.
Always great to have you, Austin.
All right.
We will come back to the matter of Rohr short before then, Cecilia, we have updates that are coming from the Esports World Championships going on in Israel.
Yep.
A couple of Nigerians there.
Yeah, 2 Nigerians there. Isaiah Udo. His nickname is Ice Force.
Ice Force. Sounds
registered
good.
for Game Tekken 7. And of course, you have Akintoye Arugumanti, that his nickname is also the Arugs. Okay, he registered for eFootball. I know this, the competition, actually ended yesterday, and of course, but then they missed out on the later stages because they couldn't go further. But then, when you're having Nigerians actually taking part in, tournaments like this, it tells you a whole lot that this sport is growing. Now, both players participated at that part soccer and national events in Asaba. That was 2019 and 2022. They got a wild card entrance into this World Championship, and that alone have actually helped these players, to be able to compete in World Championships like this. So when you see, I wish you can see the visuals, coming from Israel, where these players actually had to take part in these 2 sports. One had to take part in eFootball, and the other the Tekken 7 game. I mean, Tayo, remember there was a time we had them in the studio. That's the president, the chairman of the Lagos State Esports Association, Emmanuel.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, they were on the show.
Around,
They talked about, these are pictures coming from the Esports World Championships, the opening ceremony, Nigerians there. So it's something you look at and you're like, it seems we are actually taking other sports seriously.
I mean, look at Nigeria's flag being flown right there in Israel as an Esports World Championship. That's a major already there. Although they didn't make it into the latter stages of the competition, but the fact that they were able to attend and compete, I think is a nice stepping stone, is a nice platform for them to build on going forward. The next edition of the competition is going to be in 2022, and we're yet to know the host of the competition. Hopefully, like I said, they can build on today. We'll get to know the host, but hopefully we can build on this outing for Nigeria, because esports, Cecilia, is going to continue to grow. Like, it's growing incredibly so fast, and it's only right that Nigeria is a part of it. So shout out to the Lagos State Esports Association chairman Emmanuel Oyelaki, who's doing a lot for the promotion of the sport.
Exactly. There are a lot of, I know that there is also like a forum now, it's growing bigger.
Yeah.
And some years back, you wonder why we are not, most times when you hear about these things, that Nigeria is not there in the past, because you know that there is a following, there is a kind of massive people who are interested, gamers exactly in the country. So this is good, it's a right step in the right direction. In fact, for featuring in this championship, it's going to motivate a whole lot of people to want to do more, to be part of the championship, to want to be part of subsequent championship. And the fact that they are putting structures in place. Yeah. I've always asked why we don't have structures, because I know that even there is, at the level of FIFA too, there is an esports that they were driving everywhere.
But the good thing is, right here in Nigeria, the structure are being put in place, and it's being put in place. And the next one is going to be the Nigeria Esports Day, a partnership between Nigeria and Japan. So that's where you see most of the gamers, taking part and just get busy and also earn some quick money.
Why not?
That's what is important, right? The payday. Okay, we're leaving esports now. Quickly talk about the Women's CAF Champions League. The finals will be played today. And it's between South Africa and Ghana. Mamelodi Sundowns and Hasaska's Ladies of Ghana. These two games will play.
It's not a surprise.
It's not a surprise, right?
Yeah, not a surprise. We saw what Asaska's did to the Rivers Angels in the qualifiers, and we know what South Africa have been doing in terms of developing women's football. And this is just
the South African ladies also played against the Rivers Angels in the group stage.
Of course,
the same group, and they defeated.
But that flick of a goal.
Yeah, we say flick, but eventually it matters. That was 3 points.
Counted.
It counted. The 3 points.
I'm like, oh, football can be very cruel sometimes.
But that is just a good. It's lovely for me. I think it's nice seeing the fact that there is this championship. It's been able to send like a signal to all the federations on the continent that you need to take women football serious.
Yeah.
Even for Nigeria, that has always been there, been in the forefront, has been the one of the biggest teams on the continent. The performance of Rivers Angels has called a lot of questions that we need to have a retrospective look about what we can do about our league. Nigeria is no longer the giant as it is, because you can see from the Falcons now, the Rivers Angels, so that all those things, the league will be starting good enough December 8th. Yes. We need to run our leagues concurrently. While our leagues was in the doldrum, all these other countries were busy. Playing their own leagues, they were putting structures in place. But now that consistently, you could say there is, we have a league.
The last 5 years.
The 5 years, exactly. So we take it from there. The coaches, and of course, when we have a vibrant league, then you can begin to retire some coaches. For me, I feel that we need to get the league need to throw up more coaches that are in tune with
throws up coaches.
Because when it is vibrant, when when your league is vibrant, people will begin to
vibrant enough. Yeah, it is. I think maybe what we need would be pumping money into it. Now, let me go to South Africa when they started the league. South Africa started their main league because they've been having their university league. I mean, the league they were having were from universities. And then when they were going to start their main league, what did they do? The sports ministry and the FAs had to put in money. So much money. I can't remember the amount of money that SAFA and the sports ministry put into it for them to start. So they had something to start with. The Nigerian Women's Football League Premiership. Have you ever heard when you have, there's a subvention coming from the ministry for them? No, or from the FA. No, so let's leave it there. There's a whole lot to do. Yes, you need to build a structure. If you have a structure, so the board can actually have something, and they can use that to actually finance the league. Rivers just did travel to on Friday or there, but if they had the money, I believe they would have been in Egypt a week before the time. So let's leave that. That's the question. That's the question. I think Rivers State,
that's a state-run club.
Yes, that's a state-run club. They didn't put in money for the girls to travel until it was Friday.
So there are a lot of things, like you said. There are a lot of issues we need to. So we just don't gloss over it to say that there is nothing.
So all these teams are preparing. So
we would gloss over it further.
Guys, let us move on from the show now.
Austin is smiling. Austin, your thoughts quickly on this before we move straight to Kenneth Rohr and of course the firing squad that he's actually facing right now.
Cecilia, you know what? Let's not compare, but let's just push the people who are in charge of administration to do the right things, because it is the same state that owns Rivers United and also owns Rivers Angels. And we've seen the same problems over and over again. So hopefully this time around they will learn, because Rivers Angels played the qualifiers. They knew that they were going to be in Egypt. So whatever happened, and they got there a day before their game. And that was when the struggle started, because if you look at that group where Rivers United were grouped, there's nothing that would have stopped them from finishing second. The last game where they needed to score goals, they scored goals, but at that time their destiny was no longer in their hands because of off-the-field problems. So we need to sort that. Abataya says no surprises about Asaska making it to the final with Mamelodi. For me, there's a surprise, because I thought Asfa Club of Morocco did play beautiful football. And Cecilia, you remember we started talking about Morocco when they came to the Aisha Buhari Cup. They were playing beautiful football. They were moving with the ball. And then I started digging into what Morocco is doing for women's football. You will be astonished. They are investing. They are putting girls into school to play football. They are building infrastructure for women's football. They are taking care of the players. And I'm not surprised. Asfa has come out with something now from this competition. It will push them to do more. It is what you sow, you reap. As Asfa, for instance, you know, look at Ghana and what they are doing with their football now. In the last 2-3 years, what could we say about Ghana? They went back to the basics. They are beginning to do some of the things that they didn't do back in the day, and their football is beginning to shine, men and women. South Africa. Should we talk more about South Africa? We know the attention they're giving to women's football. We know how big it is, even looking like it's at par with what they are doing for their men's football. That's deliberate planning. That's a country that wants to work deliberately and see the results. You know, I like that we went for this competition, but can we learn from the lessons? Well, the big problem, guys, we never learn.
Yeah,
we will this
especially. I mean, it is the same thing for the men and for the women as well, too, failing to make any serious impact on the continental stage when it comes to the CAF Champions League. Hopefully, that's not the case with the women, and they're able to learn from this going forward. Let's come back now. Let's go to another serious matter. That's the future of Gernot Rohr as the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Reports came out yesterday that he has been fired, but then the NFF have come out to debunk that story. Gernot Rohr, as of today, this morning, is still in charge, but one thing is very, very clear. His future is being considered, and Amaji Pinnick is quick to come out to, you know, debunk that story. Cecilia, straight up.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, he just said, look, he is not, whatever the story we're hearing is not true. That they will definitely want to talk about it. That's according to him. He said the board of the NFF is studying the report of the technical committee, which it submitted after the match against Cape Verde in Lagos on Tuesday. There are a number of possibilities, but we have not taken a decision to sack Gernot Rohr. We have not taken a decision to sack Gernot Rohr. I want to assure that whatever decision is eventually taken will be one that will please the generality of Nigerians. Went further to say that Mr. Rohr has a contract with NFF and there is a procedure for disengagement.
Yeah, so that's very instructive. There is a procedure, obviously.
For disengagement.
Yeah, so maybe they're thinking about it already. That's what it looks like.
But definitely, because of the reaction of people after the game against Cape Verde, you know that there must be, the NFF had to react. It wasn't as if, of course, from the confusion that is happening, that trailed the performance against Cape Verde, you will know that I don't think that the NFF was actually thinking of firing the coach right from. They were going into that game, they never thought of, they never even, I doubt if they ever thought of maybe at the end, the worst scenario, we'll have to fire him. They were not ready. Don't let us deceive her, because they orchestrated the confusion. The NFF actually orchestrated this confusion that we are battling with right now. You know, because they never prepared, it was the reaction of the fans. People were not happy after that game.
Yeah, which is normal.
So they needed to put up, you know, they needed to put safe face by saying that, by being reactive, by begin to send signals into the public that we are having a meeting, we could fire him and all that.
Were there such signals, or were just hearing stories?
Reports.
No, they were just reports.
Yeah, report. The rumor. There is no smoke without fire. The rumor, actually, there were people that were informing outsiders about what they were doing in the
right?
Yes,
leaks
about what was going on. They needed to. So at the end of the day, I feel that they've achieved what they wanted. I don't see this coach leaving, because contractually, then, especially when it comes to their processes that you need to go through if you want to fire a coach that you had contracts with.
That's what he said.
So if so the noise about whether they will sack him or not, and the one coming from the ministry and all those, I just feel that it's just all smoke. They just need to. All they need to do is just let's demand. Focus on the job and let him face what is in his contract. According to what was in his contract, it is to win the Nations Cup or qualify Nations Cup, get to the final or qualify for the World Cup. If it doesn't mean that, you know, what that, of course, automatically he had to resign. But on his own, without all these sending signals or sending rumors into the poem to make them feel that they are working. No.
Okay. You mentioned ministry. Let's listen to the minister himself, Sonny Diary, talking about Coach Gernot Rohr.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports Development as we speak, is waiting. Once we have national matches like a standard operating procedure, first, the NFF will receive a technical report that analyzes the game. And based on that, it will be subject to review and scrutiny, benchmarked, and thereafter they take a decision, either about the players, either about the coaching staff or the technical crew. The ministry is waiting for that report from the NFF. What the report will contain, what it will recommend, I cannot say precisely. Before the end of the week, we'll have that report, and that report will touch on many areas. We know what the concerns are. We know what the worries are. The Super Eagles must qualify for Qatar 2020. We know the power of football, and we will do whatever is necessary. We will make whatever amends is required. We'll be timely about it to make sure that Nigeria's football is of the highest quality and will play in Qatar. Because the president's charge is clear. When the FIFA president came, at the end of the president's speech, he said, "Mr. President, see you in Qatar."
Must qualify for Qatar, and we must do it. Let me quickly go to, before I get your thoughts, let me go to London. Austin, I mean, we must qualify for Qatar. Whatever is needed must be done on time before we know who our opponent is, or maybe before March, because we know December 18, that's when we know the teams will be playing. There's Egypt, there's Ghana, there's DR Congo, a lot of teams right there. And of course, Nigerians right now, with Gennett Rohr in charge, are kind of shaky. I'm not even sure if we can actually nick a ticket to the World Cup. This is incredible, Austin. That is.
Well, we need to keep the confidence, you know, but the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport Development was clear in that message. The action line that every Nigerian will pick is, we must be at Qatar 2022. And yeah, Nigeria has what it takes to be at Qatar 2022. Look, every round of qualifiers has a different look and feel. You guys are just panicking. 2018, we passed through Algeria and Cameroon to get to the World Cup in Russia. So 2 years after, why is there, 3 years after, why is everybody so worried about that?
Austin, let me just come in quickly there. I get out 2 years ago, I mean, Russia 2018 going through Qatar, but it is safe, and there's real evidence on ground that that team, or this team right now, has regressed compared to what we saw during that time when they qualified for Russia 2018, because, I mean, we've seen these qualifiers, they've not been inspiring at all. Very unconvincing performances against Cape Verde, Liberia, and the Central African Republic. The team has regressed, and that's why Nigerians are not confident going into the playoff round.
I totally understand your cynicism, and of course, these results will make you panic. But if you look at Gennett Rohr's record, particularly with this Super Eagles team, it's difficult for the NFF to tell him to go. That's what the sports ministry need to look at. Particularly, guys, before we even start looking at the World Cup, there is the AFCON in January. You tell this man to go now, you bring someone new. What's the probability that this new coach will not struggle? Gennett Rohr, the Nigeria Football Federation, and the ministry, they just need to sit down and everybody work with a unity of purpose. Tell yourselves what you want, and everybody should meet the obligation. NFF, don't owe the coach. Ministry, release money on time to the NFF. Coach Gennett Rohr, are you ready to do this job? What's the problem? Is it psychological? Is it mental problem? Talk to your players. Players, we're giving you everything you need. Look, there are a lot of things that are wrong at every level, from the NFF to the ministry to Coach Gennett Rohr and even the players. And that's why we're getting this sort of results. There's no focus. There's no push. It's no drive. You can see it in the play. They just wanted to get through that phase, and they've done that just right. But now, guys, is the crucial stage. And the Super Eagles, until we see the next ranking, they're ranked among the top 5 teams in Africa. So if FIFA is to pick the 5 teams to go now, Nigeria will be among. But yes, I know that you are good as your last game. And that Central African Republic was what the. In fact, it wasn't from Central African Republic, guys. It was from that 4-4 with Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, yeah.
We started shivering at what's going on, and we thought that with that sort of result, it will, bring out, the spark in the Super Eagles, and then they start flying again. Then we started seeing lackluster performances here and there. We started seeing performances that doesn't show like they know what they want, and that's where we have a problem now. But I think it's beyond the coach. Sometimes let's call out other persons, because coaches are readily, taken to the firing squad, and everybody just want to bring them down. The players we should ask questions about them. When you get chances, take it. When you come out to play for your country, do it with national pride and glory. These problems, guys, I went back to my last interview.
Austin, we need to go on a break.
Okay.
I know you can go on and on and on. I need to stop you there. We need to go on a break. When we'll come back, we'll be moving on to Odinga. I mean, he has been talking about his return to the national team, the reason he had to come back to the team.
It's make or break coming up for Nigeria and Cape Verde in Lagos, where the equations are simple. Nigeria need to avoid defeat to secure a place in the playoffs for a spot at Qatar 2022. Cape Verde must win. Moses Simon playing as right wing back today, delivers that one into the boxes. Miscued header, and Osimhen just snaps up the opportunity, and Nigeria have a dream start. There's a chance, and the equaliser. What a start to this game in Lagos. We're all square again. It's Stopira. It's only the third time that these two sides have met. Here's Igalo. Tees up the shot from Maribo. And that's an excellent stop from Vozinha. Now Iwobi. Onside this time is Osimhen. Not bad delivery. On the header from Igalo. Moses Simon's ball in. Vozinha had to turn it over. I don't think Moses Simon was going for goal. That's a great delivery. And another brilliant save from Vozinha. Indeed, Wagner Diaz with the free kick then. Decent delivery, and not away, and Semedo's shot struck Ndidi, I think. It's been tense. He breathes a sigh of relief, and so do Nigeria. The point is enough to take them through to the play.
After the World Cup, there were so many things that happened, death threat and all that, and I said I'm not going back and all that. That's one of the reasons I even came back, Coach Genetro was there for me, even when after the World Cup I was getting death threat and I said I'm not going to play again for Nigeria and all that. He called me and said, even the best player in the world miss chances. You don't have to kill yourself because of this. Forget about what they are saying. When you come back, you start scoring. The same mouth that is saying bad about you will say good about you. Come, I trust you, I believe in you. He gave me the confidence. I needed him then, and he was there for me. So now he's been calling me, messaging me to come back and all that. It's like he needed me now. Will I turn him down? A man that was there for me? No, that's why. I say since I resigned, game after game, he's been telling me, when are you coming back, when are you coming back and all that, But the pressure is too much. I said, okay, if he was there for me and he needed me now, I have to be there for him too. So that's why I'm there.
Guys, if you wondered why Ozan Igalo is back in the team, now you know exactly. Gana Rohr refused to let him retire in peace.
Yeah, so it's good.
He was tired of getting all the calls.
One thing about, you see, preparing a team for a championship. It's not what most people. It's people who are handling the team that knows the pressure. You could call, for example. I might not be comfortable with some of the things that, but you needed to, part of the support is that you need to give the coaching crew or whatever they request for, or if they see, like for example, they called back Salisu Yusuf because they were at some point, they were saying that Odion too was needed. They've gotten Odion back now. So if people, what I'm driving at actually, Tayo, is that now that you've asked for this, you've gotten all you requested for, then where's the result? Give us the result and let's play better. Okay. That's it. But aside from the salary issue now, which I feel that they should pay this guy regularly so that you could, actually, that's what happens at the club level. Nobody is owing you anything. So if you have, somebody can wake up tomorrow morning and fire you because they say you're on the way, the performance is not corresponding with the
I thought you were going to talk about why Rohr insisted on Ighalo coming back to
because they needed to score goals.
And they didn't have enough scorers on the team already.
They'll give them
anyway.
He needed a leader, right? Maybe he needed a leader. That's what I think. I mean, if you listen to Osimhen the other time,
it's just one game title.
Osimhen talked about the fact that the way he has spoken to them, the encouragement he gave them.
That's why you needed and Ighalo back at the expense of other young stars flying in Europe and doing all of those.
Let's listen to Ighalo again. Ighalo again, talking about how he was asked to actually take the number 9 jersey, and then he had to, take the any numbers.
It says the number 9 belongs to Victor Osimhen. Pretty much, that's the message.
Pretty much.
Before I left the national team, I personally called Osimhen and said, "I'm leaving. This position, number 9, is for you. If you work hard, you're going to rule Nigeria for long." And I'm happy seeing him doing well. I'm here to support him. Before I came, I told the coach, Osimhen is the number 1 striker here. I just want to come to support whatever way you want me to support. And I'm here to do that, And even they said I tried to fight for number 9 jersey, this, that. I was just laughing. So many things has been said, Before I came, I don't want to mention the person in top NFF official said about jersey and all that. I said, like a week ago, I said, no, number 9 jersey I left. It's Osimhen that is using it. And I'm coming back. I'm going to play with any jersey. You say, no, Osimhen is a young player. He's going to understand. I said, no. This is part of my condition for me to come back. I'm not going to go if you don't agree to this, He's going to keep the number 9 jersey.
Yeah, he's going to keep the number 9 jersey. That's what I say. Austin, let's just wrap it up before we let you go on Odion Ighalo's return. And the fact that he didn't want the number 9 jersey at all, he wanted Osimhen to have it because he believes he is obviously the future.
That's right. And that's what I think Coach Rohr is trying to do with this coming of Odion Ighalo. Fans need to calm down. Every team has got a transition. And if Odion Ighalo was a striker that was doing so well, it's a journey. Father passes leadership to son, so you find a way to ease into the next generation so that they can have stories, so that they can have things to talk about, so that there can be some sort of leadership. And I think Odion Ighalo can provide that. Is this? Yes. Is he active? Yes. Is he scoring goals? Yes.
Where is he playing?
So everybody just needs to calm down and then just watch and see what Coach Rohr is trying to do with this coming back of Odion Ighalo. And I love the fact that he's someone with a likable character. The players are not now whispering amongst themselves that, oh, that guy is back. He's not troublesome. He walks around well. He's got a beautiful presence. So I think it might just turn out good for the Super Eagles.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for being on the program again.
Thank you, guys. Always a delight to be on the show.
All right, we are ending the Osimhen's discussion, the Odion Ighalo's debate, and also Rohr debate, and quickly talk about Ghana.
Leave it to next week.
To leave it next week. Right? So I'm not going to ask you any more questions.
Ghana.
This is what is coming from Ghana, Tayo. I mean, Ghanaians FA saying SA actually lied. Okay.
All of that, the complaints are following that qualifiers, the qualifier that ended up knocking out South Africa from Qatar 2022. But Ghana have come out to say that we wish to state categorically that the allegations are frivolous, baseless, and lack merit, and should be treated with all the contempt that it deserves. These allegations from South African Football Association are nothing but a planned scheme and a calculated attempt to shift focus from the defeats, divert attention from the failure to qualify for the playoffs, and unjustly dents the hard-earned victory of the Black Star. You've been following this situation.
But let's see how it goes. They've taken their case to FIFA. Yes, so I know, and from, if you look at the argument of the South African SAFA, they had empirical evidences. See, like, it's like they went scientific about it. It calls the number, percentage, and all that. But that's it. I think, and of course, you know, at times it's just like a law court. You have to. Most times, some of these things are technical. They don't work with logic. Work with our emotions. So if they have a case, let's see how it goes. But don't forget there is an antecedent too.
Let's wait for FIFA. It's going to say quickly. We'll just take a look at. The Premier League is back. Football is back this weekend. I mean, football, going from the international stage to league football. And the big game this weekend is obviously between Arsenal is in action this weekend,
Liverpool,
right?
Arsenal.
Liverpool, Arsenal. There's also Leicester and Chelsea. So these are the big games. And the Leicester-Chelsea will start the fixtures for Saturday. Aston Villa, Brighton, Burnley, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, and Brentford will also be in action. And continuing on Saturday, Norwich City and Southampton, Watford and Man United, Wolverhampton and West Ham. And you have Liverpool and Arsenal. That's the big game for this weekend. And of course, the Saturday's games, just two: Man City, Everton, and Tottenham and Leeds United will be in action. Quickly, we look at the papers before we leave the studio. We have just a few time. Sporting Sun here. Sporting Sun is saying Rohr to no face next week. That's and Shocker, Real Madrid president rejects Paul Pogba. So apparently, he's not going anywhere. Not surprised at all about that. Sporting Life here, Rohr confesses they want me to quit.
There you go.
Says not yet. Okay.
If you're going to sack me, sack me. Why must I resign?
I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me right now.
Why would I resign on my own position? You sack.
Because I need to take some few mails here. The last one here, Igalo says, I did not bribe anyone to return to Eagles. You heard him. He said the coach has been on his neck. And he had to like, okay, you know what, let me just come, since he has not retired in peace. Okay, I'll just take two. On Monday, I promise we'll take the other ones, the rest. This one is coming from Doherty. He says, the Super Eagles coach has proved beyond all reasonable doubt that he does not possess the capability to take the team to any level. For the first time in history, the Nigerian team does not play any known pattern. The coach has only been busy picking known players from all over the world for every match.
One more.
Okay, one more. Okay, who is going to be the lucky one? Ejike. Okay, let me take Ejike's mail. Ejike says, I feel that the whole issue of the Super Eagles' performance lies with the leadership, i.e., that is the NFF and the coaching crew. The players will only dance to the tune of the coaching staff. Is the NFF overbearing? Is the coach of the right pedigree? That's what he's trying to write here. Do we have right balance of player skills for the national team? Questions that need answers. No need to panic at this time. Let the coach finish his contract and analyze the results. Okay,
that's a sensible take.
That's a sensible. I think we'll just leave it there. There are too many. Don't worry, Tosin, Adigu, Martins, Nagudu, Ajani. We're sorry we got your mails. We'll try to read it on Monday.
Yeah, I felt. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed. I felt we were getting panicky. Let's just see how it goes. Then we have pressed panic button in the future and the past rather, and it didn't take us anywhere. So let's just
all right. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cecilia Mongbe. Have a fantastic weekend.
I am Tayo Salam. See you on Monday.